Hello and welcome to Chasing the Dollar, brought to you by TAB Sportsbet. Ben Damon is my name. Now, you're back after a week off. Tim Newbold, how was the week?
Oh, great week, Ben, up at Port Douglas. Beautiful part of the country, and back had a bit of a freshen up. Like greyhounds, humans do need a bit of a freshen up, and we're back to find the winners on Saturday night.
Yeah, they do at times. We found a handy replacement last week too. We should mention Luke Marlow. He came in, picked us the quaddie, got his best value up and missed out on the best bet, but an outstanding first start.
Yeah, he's very good, Luke. He knows his greyhounds, he knows his form, and I'm sure he's a pretty good punter too. I know he likes a bet, so good to see he did a good job.
Yeah, he most certainly did. Now let's call in with TAB Sportsbet and Matt Jenkins.
Yeah, well, thanks, guys. Welcome back, Tim. I hope you enjoyed your holiday there at Port Douglas. Although my mail is it was the Maldives, the run you've been having on the punt. I'll be following you very closely, of course. Your quaddie tips are coming up very shortly. I'll probably put the mock on you as well. Some very good racing coming up too, particularly the Group 1 Albion Park Gold Cup as well, where the New South Wales dogs, both on the inside out of 1 and 2, dominate the market. They're the ones who have had the early support. I'm talking about Ritzer Rider at $4 and also Young Snoz there at $4. So, of course, Blues fans will be cheering them on to Group 1 glory in that race as well. Now, if you're a Victorian customer, there's more reasons than ever before to be betting at the Meadows each and every Saturday throughout the month of July. TAB Sportsbet guaranteeing the first 4 pools at $10,000 as well. So that is very good news. Make sure you're having a lash at that. Look forward to that one. So there is a stack happening as well. Fixed odds greyhound racing as well. Of course, we've extended our coverage to include Maitland on Thursdays and, of course, the Gardens as well on Saturdays, those races that are on Sky One Racing as well. All those markets at tab.com.au.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. Now let's get into the first leg of the quaddie. This is race number 5 there at Wentworth Park on Saturday night. Chasing the Cash goes around here. We're assured that the greyhound Chasing the Dollar isn't too far away through Greyhound Racing New South Wales. We certainly hope so. Chasing the Cash last week, though, the final leg of the quaddie, got beat in a photo. Gee, it was a tight one.
I'm still in shock. I've watched the race a number of times, and I actually had a bet on the race, a sneaky little bet while on holidays. I backed Chasing the Cash, and I can't believe it got beat. I virtually walked away from the television thinking I'd won, and then looked back and it got beat. But a very deceptive finish, but it did get beat by Brighton Bullet. But look, I think he's got a chance on Saturday night, but I'm going for number 2, El Caballo, on an each-way basis at fantastic value. A safe beginner. He's got good early pace to lead or sit second or third, and he's got strength on his side. He's got Chasing the Cash, a wider runner drawn on his outside, so he'll get plenty of room to move in the initial stages. I think he can run a fantastic race. 1 Chiseled is airborne at the moment and the favourite, but will be rock bottom odds. He'll be odds on. He's looking for 4 straight. The big danger. Throw in Chasing the Cash for the multiples. He's got the early pace to be competitive.
Okay, let's get on to race number 6, the second leg of the quaddie. A greyhound going from the outside here is Between Wickets. Now, on our Black Book Kennel program, Tim, you made this a dog to follow. You can see that program through the Dogs TV, of course. What do you think? Is Saturday night the night for Between Wickets?
He's got a really good chance. He's beautifully drawn wide on the track where he wants to be. He can be touchy at box rise and burns, and box 8 at Wentworth Park does suit him. He's got a great chance, but I really like number 5, Mythical Eagle. This greyhound has got high speed. I'm not worried one little bit about box number 5. He's got a moderate beginner on his inside. He's got a wider run on his outside, so he will get plenty of room to move. This greyhound, he made the Vic Peters final, a Group 1 race about 18 months ago, and then he's had plenty of problems throughout his career through injury, but I think he's going as well as he ever has, and I think Saturday night is his chance to return to the winners list at Wentworth Park. Really keen on him. I think he'll burn to the lead and win. Between Wickets, number 8, a fantastic chance, beautifully drawn, as I said, and throw in number 2, Free Will. He'll be burning in the early stages and one of the likely leaders.
Let's move on to the third leg of the quaddie. Race number 7 is for the stayers over the 720 there at Wentworth Park. A pretty tough race to line up too. We've got a couple for their first time over the trip and plenty of greyhounds there. We just don't know how they'll perform.
Yeah, it is a really good race, and it'll be interesting how it's run. There's 5 or 6 really quick greyhounds in the initial stages, so the back markers might get a nice little track in the race. In saying that, I'm going to go with Corborn Hayes. I think she's getting stronger and stronger each 700 metre run she's had. She stuck on really well last week. She led, got headed mid-race, and then was coming again at the end when beaten by Light Fantastic. I think she can either lead this field or sit second or third, parked on a few of these pacey runners, and I think she'll be too strong at the end. As I said, she is getting stronger over the half mile. Number 8, Bandana Pete, is a moody greyhound, but he might just get a track into the race here with a few of these pacey runners drawn wider out. He might get a slide to third or fourth, and he can finish on throw in number 3, Irish Marina. This is one of the back markers. Lacks early pace, but will be running on and could be the knockout runner if the leaders do come together at any stage.
All right, the final leg of the quaddie is race number 8. This is the free-for-all, an outstanding race on the program too there at Wenny on Saturday night. Number 8, it's Bye Bye Bucks, has turned into an outstanding greyhound. Another very, very impressive win at Wenny last week. Tim, you just can't go past, can you?
I can't. He's one of my favourite greyhounds in New South Wales. He's probably the form greyhound in the state at the moment. He's got a 50% strike rate at Wentworth Park. He's won 6 or 8 of his past 10. He is simply airborne. He does prefer drawing the inside, I've got to say that, but he does handle outside alleys, and if he can just track across at the first turn, I think he is clearly the one to beat. But I don't want to take really, really short odds, which I'm afraid he might be. He could be odds on. If he is, I don't want to step into it, but if you can get 220, 250, 280 thereabouts, certainly back him. He's clearly the one to beat. Number 3, Chenzu Boy, is a really consistent greyhound, loves Wentworth Park, reliable beginner, good early pace, and he'll be in the firing line in the early stages. And you've got to throw in Where's the Rest. She's always competitive at Wentworth Park, and she really ran a cracker behind Bye Bye Bucks last week, sticking on at the end, and she's got a chance, and you've got to throw her into your quaddies.
All right, we have been keeping that tally of best bets in recent times. We just missed last week. Luke Marlow, that was the only tip he got wrong last week, in fact. Tim, what do you like?
I like race 6, number 5, Mythical Eagle. The reasons I said earlier, I think he's airborne, he's going great guns. I'm not worried about box number 5. We'll only get a better price from that alley.
And what about something at some value?
El Caballo in race number 5. At number 2, Chisel will be the odds-on favourite, but El Caballo on an each-way basis will run a terrific race.
Matt Jenkins from TAB Sportsbet. There's a lot happening. The London Olympics not too far away, and plenty more. Take us through it.
Of course, State of Origin is done and dusted for another year, but what about the customer who had $9,900 on Brett Stewart to score the first try at $16.25 to collect over $160,000? That is one of our biggest bets on the first try scorer market. Very popular each and every year on the State of Origin, the first try scorer market. There is a stack of other sport happening as well. The Tour de France continues. We'll be betting on that. We'll have the stage winners up each and every morning for you to bet on. They are proving very popular. Also, the outright winner goes up not long after the previous stage is done and dusted as well. Looking forward to the Rugby League continuing, of course, with Origin now behind us. The run to the finals, it's round 18, a big clash on Friday night between the Bulldogs and, of course, the Tigers, and some big clashes in the AFL as well. Round 15. Massive support for the Pies. They are pretty short to beat the Blues. They really need to turn it around, and good support for the Bombers to beat St Kilda as well. And a couple of real good feel-good stories coming out of last weekend. People love their multis. Someone turned $10 into $48,000. It was a 5-leg multi, all on Rugby League. The last leg was the Canberra Raiders to win 1-6. Of course, they scored in the last few minutes to continue their hold over the Dragons. I think the Dragons haven't won in Canberra in over 12 years. And another good multi, 1900 was turned into 119,000. That was a 3-legger. They got the winner of the Jungle Juice Cup as well. So they had a couple of racing and also a Rugby League bet in there as well. It's a good way to do it. Have a super multi. Of course, you can have up to 20 legs as well if you're having a multi. The best place to check out all those odds is tab.com.au. Of course, you can call us on 133 308 or pop into your local TAB.
All right, thank you very much, Matt Jenkins. We will talk to you next week. Tim, you're back from a spell. Confident this week?
Really confident, Ben. Best value. I think they'll run real good races at a bit of value.
Yeah, he was on fire before that spell, so we'll see how Tim goes this week. We'll see you next time, though, on Chasing the Dog.